Alright, we're doing this one again. Uh, Hi, I'm Eric. Welcome back to the Indie Lit Forum. I actually got a couple minutes into this video and then just completely blanked on the main character's name and had to start it. So, bear with me if I seem a little, or not just, I don't know, maybe anyway, today we're doing Dragon's Justice by Bruce Sentar. And I just today actually reread this book uh, by. I've been liking this author a lot lately. He's kind of newish. Like I want to say in the last couple of years, I want to say it's like this last year and a half or so. He really like started getting rolling, and like he's started putting out a lot of books now. I think well, he has a completed trilogy, and he has the follow up to that trilogy starting up here in a month or so. I'll probably talk about that one. It's the Mana Immortal series. I'll probably talk about that one in a later video a little bit. And then he has two other series, so he's really kind of starting to get rolling pretty well these days. This series, it's a wear shifter kind of thing, and this book followed, or well, I say series. This is the first book, like yeah, but the second one's coming out in November, so you got time to read this one and then pick up that one. Uh, but this book follows Zach Pendragon, and I think that last name is definitely doing a lot of carrying there, and it's going to be relatively relevant, going forward. Uh, Follows him as he basically discovers his place in the world of the or paranormal, because essentially in this book, every kind of paranormal thing that humanity has ever feared or lusted after, really, exists. In this particular book, you really deal with werewolves, vampires, sirens, and elves of various different types, quite a bit, and you're 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 going along on the ride with this with Zach as he discovers that he has a place in this world and that the world even exists, because it's a world that is hidden from the mundane as much as they possibly can, through bribery, sleight of hand, occasionally just straight up magic. And he grew up as a foster child, from a young age. Like, he never knew his birth parents. And as far as he knew, he was just a normal guy trying to go through pre med and working part time as an EMT. And then all of a sudden he finds himself in this world just through a bar fight with some jock football star that doesn't like him, basically looking at his woman. So, which the only reason he was doing that is because his beast, as he called it, which basically this like urge that he had within himself, even from a younger age, that did lead. He did think he was a little bit different because he had these like compulsions and urges that he warred with and managed to control, for the most part. But he definitely felt like he was not great towards women. But as it turns out, nah, he was just a dragon. That's not really a spoiler. That comes out pretty quick, and I think it's pretty obvious from the title. But what Zack is he is a dragon. He is a shifter that can be human, but in reality, he is a dragon. And this is a big deal because in this world, there are not many dragons. I think if I remember correctly, he says there's like four male dragons, and, you know, one of those dragons has been producing a lot of offspring, so I have a feeling we will be seeing a female dragon at some point in this series. You don't in the first book, but I feel like it's coming. Uh, this uh, this one's it's fun. Like the author himself in the afterword says that he was trying to be a little more humorous with this one, and I feel like it shows fairly well. I think maybe there's a little, I think he's finding his way there, and I hope that he can ratchet it up maybe a little bit more for the next couple of books. I think I would like to see that. Like I like a good laugh. Who doesn't like a good laugh? I'm sure there are some people out there that don't like a good laugh, but let's not get into that. That's for therapy. Uh, I'm trying to kid. I don't know if it worked, but let me know in the comments whether or not it just sounded stupid, or if you actually watched this far. We will see. But yeah, a lot of great action in this one, though. A lot of great action because as Zach gets introduced into the world of the Para, he comes under the tutelage of Morgana, who is a dark elf vampire who basically is like the most badass secret agent, spy, private detective, just fixer that I think I've ever really come across. Basically, she is, she's a very old, she's very old, been around for a while, and she is like kind of almost like a nation unto herself in a system of clans and cabals that kind of control various different aspects of the world, really without, the more mundane people really knowing that they do. Like the sirens in the book, like they pretty much control global sea trade because that's, they're like, yeah, hey, making sure ships do or do not get to places they were supposed to go safely, kind of our thing. And so, yeah, like they are uber rich, uber powerful, and then you have different clan or different packs of wares that they control certain territories and regions, like their territorial packs. They tend to try to control their area, and then you have various clans of elves that they've been around for a while. They usually have pretty solid bases of power, and the world itself I feel is really well crafted. I it, I find myself getting sucked in, and being interested in the world and what's going on and what's happened, and how what that ultimately means. And it makes me really look forward to what he's going to do in later books in the series very much. uh and I what else could I really say about this one? I honestly think that's kind of a decent, if rambly, summary of the story. I did kind of bounce back and forth there a little bit, so sorry about that. I guess I should try to come up with a good summation. Really fun book, lots of great action, not a lot of explicit scenes. It's definitely, a little. It's definitely working towards the harem side of, the. It's definitely working towards harem lit, but it's very slow burn. In this book, there is one primary romantic partner for the main character, but it is heavily hinted at that he is going to have more joining. And I feel like we've already been introduced to a couple of those future romantic partners, but the relationship just isn't developed yet, which I liked. It really gave, the Scarlet, who is the one romantic interest that he does develop in this book, it really gave her a chance to develop and shine. We got introduced to some other girls. Jaden, who is the daughter of the head of the Sirens, and so she is a siren too. she is actually Scarlet is her, raised from birth assassin bodyguard, and so you do get to learn a lot about Jaden. There, it's heavily hinted at that she is also going to be a romantic partner, and you get some development on her. But Scarlet kind of gets this book to shine a little bit, and I think that I like that. It's good. You're not getting, oh, there's this girl. Oh, this girl. She's madly in love with him. She's madly in love. Oh, and then this girl's mad. You know, uh, you get more of a chance for the relationships to develop, over a period of time. And I like that. It feels a little more natural. Little, and you don't have, these, girls that seem like they'd be pretty cool characters, kind of getting lost in the shuffle as, you're introducing yet another romantic entanglement, which is, I think that happens a lot in the harem lit genre. Like, there seems to be some, you know, you get to one end of that genre, and there seems to be the, almost trying to have the biggest harem you can possibly throw together, which I can think of some where it literally seems like it gets into the hundreds. But I may be exaggerating there a little bit, but I don't think I really am. But anyway, I think that's pretty good for this book. Maybe not my strongest work, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think this one really really sucks. I'm trying. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. And trying to work through, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to actually go back and re-record a lot of these at some point. I'm still working on developing the more talking about these things. I think with a more critical language. I'm not trying to be a critic per se because you know I don't want to, or I guess, I am, but I'm not being a critic in that I'm not really looking at the stuff that I don't like so much or I don't think that's is that good because I think a lot of these authors I don't want to I want to try to provide, you know, a forum where, I'm encouraging people to read the books that I've read and that I like. I'm not trying to provide a forum where I just go through and diss people I don't like. I think, most of these independent authors need all the help they can get. And if I'm not doing anything to help them, then, I at least want to let them go along their merry way and, do their thing. Because just because I don't like something doesn't mean that it doesn't have any value whatsoever, because that's not true at all. Like, it's just there's some things I like, and I feel like I have a taste that is fairly eclectic and can span a lot of different genres and, different types of stories. And, sometimes I can find something that I really like in stories that maybe aren't the greatest. But, I think something would have to be almost like bad on the level of trying to be a scam for me to, actually do like a negative video on here. And sorry, I started rambling there towards the end. Uh, I don't know if you made it this far, then yeah, I'm sorry. But if you did make it this far, then hey, thank you for sticking with me on this adventure. And thank you for watching the video. If you like what I'm doing, and God bless you if you do, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, throw something into the comments. Throw some shade in the comments to show, hey, yeah, I watched the whole thing. You're terrible, but keep up the good work. Or I don't know what you would possibly even do. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.